did a live not too long ago about podcast or YouTube or both or whatever, that kind of thing. So, go back and check that out if you didn't watch that. But I wanted to try this live thing out and see, because one of my biggest things, like when I do videos, you read all of these things that what YouTubers do and how YouTubers should do it and things, and they say, everything should be like scripted and written out and all this kind of stuff. I don't do any of that. I just like turn the camera on and like talk. Now, the one benefit that I have to recording videos is the fact that I can go back and edit a little bit, which I don't edit much. But I can stop the camera, I can start it, and all that kind of stuff. Going live, I can't do that. So I wanted to try this out and see if it like simplifies anything at all. Sorry, I'm adjusting just a there we go. Adjust just a little bit there. I'm actually I took my daughter to violin lessons tonight, and so I'm in my truck, and all I've got is my cell phone, and so I was trying to figure out how to set the camera up, or my phone up, and I found this weird little strap, and so I strapped it to the steering wheel. So it's not a great picture. I know it's probably not straight and all that kind of stuff. So either way, so excuse that. But I wanted to try the live out and see how it goes. So let me know in the comments and all that kind of stuff if you like it. But if you are new to the channel, Andy's Corner HVAC, we like to give advice and some other stuff. Sometimes we talk about all kinds of things. I've always said it's that happy little place in the world where we talk about all things HVAC and then sometimes other stuff. So, there's sometimes a lot of other stuff, but we try to stick with the heating and air anyways. So, the heating and air thing I want to talk about today was IAQ, or does anybody out there watching know what IAQ is? Apparently not. Now there's somebody driving up next to me, dropping their kid off for violin lessons, and I'm sitting here talking to my phone strapped to the steering wheel. So, that's nice. I am that weird guy, I guess, sometimes when I go out in public. But anyways, indoor air quality is what IAQ stands for. And as far as technicians and companies and all that kind of stuff, I think we are totally missing the boat on some of these things that we could be offering. Just the same as homeowners, I think you are missing out wildly on some of the things that could help the air quality in your home and clean up some of those things. They say like the air quality in a person's home is actually, I don't have the number. I don't remember how many times more polluted than like the air in like a full-blown city. So, our air is that much more polluted. We have the off-gassing from the building materials, VOCs, nasty little critters. We have VOCs, we have allergens, we have mildew, mold, viruses, bacterias, all that kind of stuff that is in the air and in the system, and you and your family are breathing it all the time. You get those like, you get mold or bacteria or anything like that started. Well, the stuff like the spores come off of it when it tries to reproduce, and the blowers in these forced air systems just pick all that stuff up and just move it everywhere throughout the house. So at that point, we're breathing all of it. So like the indoor air quality products, there's a lot of different stuff out there. I've got my favorites, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing there is. There are a lot more, but they can stop and they can kill and they can prevent all this kind of stuff. You've got UV lights are an excellent option, and they've been around for years. Everybody acts like it's some weird new technology or something like that. It's not new at all. They've been around for years. I don't have that information. Like I said, I just kind of like fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing with these videos. I should have looked up that information and been able to tell you exactly when UV lights came out. That would make me sound more professional and all that kind of stuff, but I don't really care. So, UV lights have been around for years and years. Those germicidal ultraviolet lamps can kill any kind of living organism that it sees, like mold, mildew, viruses, bacterias, all that kind of stuff. It kills that. It breaks everything down on a molecular basis. Normally, I can't say that word. Breaks everything down and deems it inert, where it can't reproduce. It can't do anything. It can't hurt us. Or get worse or anything like that. But with the UV lights, one of the awesome things with it is if it's mounted in the right place in your current system, then it can actually help keep the evaporator coil clean, because ideally that's where you want to mount it at, is close to the evaporator coil. That way that light shines on there. Aluminum is the only metal that truly reflects UV light. And so that's what the fins of that coil are made of. So it just sits there and it glows and reflects off of it 24/7. And it will prevent any kind of growth, any kind of dirt buildup, anything like that on there. It will stop all of that. So, if we want to keep the coils clean, well, that's an efficiency thing. It's not just an indoor air quality thing. We are keeping the air clean. We're not letting that stuff grow on there. We're not breathing it. We don't have all that weird stuff growing that we don't want, all that kind of stuff. But we also improve the efficiency of the equipment, because now we can get the airflow through there like we're supposed to, right? So now we can actually get all those BTUs that we're generating. We can get them through the ductwork, out into the space, all that kind of stuff. So we are more efficient. So it's kind of dual purpose the way I see it. And one of the other ones that I like that can go with the UV light is a cold plasma generator. Those things do awesome. They've been proven to kill viruses, mold, mildew, VOCs, all those different things that we don't want to be breathing. It kills all of that. We use solid state plasma generators, cold plasma generators today, and they're just a small device. They're not some big bulky expensive thing, anything like that. Just a small device that mounts in your air handler or your furnace. Usually they're close to the blower, depending on the setup, and it emits cold plasma 24/7. As it does that, it pulls it into the airstream, pushes it through the system, through the ductwork, and out into the space. Like I said, once it goes out into the space, it's been proven to kill all these things that we don't want to be breathing, and we don't want in the homes. So, it actually goes out, seeks and destroys all of that stuff out there. So, we want to make sure that we are getting all those things out of the house as well as out of the system. The cold plasma generator does that. The UV light does well keeping the coil clean and cleaning anything that the light can see. And so, we have the best of both worlds if you combine those together. So, service techs, we should be looking at this kind of thing and offering these products to the homeowners, because otherwise they may not know that we have it or that it's out there. Homeowners, you need to listen to the service techs and the installers and the salespeople and everybody out there that's trying to inform you on this information. I mean, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Anybody that's watching right now, I'm not selling you anything. I'm not even a salesperson. I get nothing from telling you that you should have these products in your home. So I don't need all these people jumping up saying, oh, he's just trying to sell us stuff. Because no, as of right now, this video is not sponsored by any manufacturer or any brand or anything like that. I'm not making anything off of selling you a specific brand of UV light or a specific brand of cold plasma generator or anything like that. It's all just about telling you what you could have for your home to make it better. I mean, that's what Andy's Corner HVAC does, right? If you watch some of the other videos trying to do advice, trying to give, tips and pointers and all these things to make your systems more efficient, to make them cleaner, to make the air in your home cleaner, all these different things. So that's why I say those two things are a perfect option, and they're relatively inexpensive. Price-wise, it's going to depend on where you're at. It's going to depend on, what brand people are selling, all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of variables in there as far as price-wise or price point for those items, but they're well worth having, and they're well worth putting in your system. And that's the other thing is, I talk to so many people and they say, well, my system's like 10 years old. Maybe the next one will put that in there. Well, I mean, do you plan on replacing your equipment at age 10? I mean, I hope not. They say the average life expectancy is 15 years or so. That's give or take. I say usually anywhere from 10 to 20. Depends on how well you've taken care of it, if you're keeping maintenance done. If you haven't noticed before, I always preach maintenance, because you need to have these things looked at and checked and all that kind of stuff. But if you're having it well maintained, then it's going to last a long time. So if that unit is 10 years old, why not spend a little bit of money and put an indoor air quality product of some sorts in there? And if you do, and a couple years down the road, you decide you want something different, whatever, have it taken out and put in the new system. It's movable. I mean, you can reinstall that somewhere else, and it's no big deal. So I don't like to hear the complaint of, well, I'm not going to do that because my system's already a couple years old. It doesn't matter if it's new. It doesn't matter if it's old. You can put it in almost any system, and it can be relocated if need be. I have a UV light at my house that I got probably, I don't know, man. It's been probably 15 years ago, maybe more. I don't know. And that thing has moved with me through 2 rental houses that we lived in. And now I guess it's been 10 years in my house now. So, I've moved it from house to house. So, there's no problems with moving it around or anything like that. And I've got people walking next to the truck here, and they've got a couple of kids, and they're all just staring at me, talking to my phone. Well, talking to my phone, oddly strapped up with video to my steering wheel. I should not be allowed to go out in public. Either way, completely makes me lose my train of thought. But either way, you can put these systems in anywhere. So there's nothing wrong with putting it in your system you have now. If you are buying a brand new system, absolutely. That is a great time to do it. You're already investing a little bit of money in the new system. We all know that these things aren't cheap anymore. So, I'm not trying to tack more on, but if you're already investing into the system and investing into the house, why not spend just a little bit more and get these things that are going to protect you? It's going to protect the equipment and everybody in your family or everybody that comes into that house. It is protecting them. So it is a good thing. That is my standing on my soapbox about indoor air quality thing. Because again, I think heating and air guys and girls and heating and air companies and homeowners as well, everybody is missing the boat on indoor air quality. There are awesome products out there. Do your research, do your homework, figure out what one fits best for your home and your situation and what you're really looking for. And, your local contractor, make sure you, as always, find a good contractor. They can take you all the way. It's not a hard process. Every contractor out there offers indoor air quality products. If they don't, and if you're one of those contractors, you should be, because everybody needs it in some fashion. And it's one of those things that it needs to be put out there more often, that this is a great option, to help clean the air, clean the system, clean the house, all this kind of stuff. So, that's my thoughts on indoor air quality. We ran a little bit longer than I expected. But like I said, when I get up on my soapbox, I get a little preachy about this kind of thing. And I am kind of enjoying the whole live factor. So maybe we'll do some more of these. We'll see how it all turns out and all that kind of stuff. But, I am enjoying it. So I hope the live went okay, or as well as I think that it did in my head. I'm probably going to watch it later and be like, dude, that was stupid. I have a lot of those moments in life, but, whatever. So either way, hit me up in the comments, message me, whatever you got to do. But please, please be sure you subscribe and share with a friend, because it's just the right thing to do. So any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, thank you and God bless.